This is my dad, he's pretty old. He likes eating hot stuff and making knives. So if you like this, please subscribe.
Or don't. I don't care either way.
Hey, don't interrupt me. Anyways, it's Spirited Reaper.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Haven't fired up the forge in a while. I figured, let's take this little piece of coil spring and see what it comes into. So, we're going to get you set up and make a knife of some sort. Stand by. Once again, as always, safety stuff is important to normal people. I don't wear them very often, but I do have them. Got some mask things here if I wanted to keep the dust out of my face. Smoking, bad for you. Don't do it. Pot kettle and the kettle black, but still, don't do it. It has been a while. Let's see if we still got anything that we can do. Alright, just a piece of coil spring. I flattened it out a little bit earlier, but it's coil spring. Since there's not a whole lot of material there, we're probably going to go with some kind of hidden tang style. Shooting for something like this that my buddy made. He made this just to show me, look, here's how you can make a steak knife real fast. So, kind of want to make something like that, like a little inside the house knife. If I can make a Chevy style knife, that'd be cool too. Got one of his OG ones that I use all the time. But I'm going to try to maybe duplicate that shape. I doubt it. I'm not that good. We'll figure it out though. We're just having fun, right? What I'd like to do is flatten out, get some width out of this thing. Don't have to be a lot, but some. We'll spin it around, heat up the other side. I'm going to pinch that piece right there against the corner of the anvil to kind of squish it and then draw that out, and that'll be the hidden tang part. Corners of your anvil are your friends most of the time. You got to watch it if you get one like this, 1,000,000 years old that has dings in it. Just find a good spot. Stick the end of it over about right there. Smack the heaven living crap out of it. You see, I pinched it. Now, come back out here to the edge. That's going to be where the tang starts. I know you may be thinking that's not much for a tang, but that will get longer. Just stand by, it'll grow. Alright, again. Right there at the edge. Make sure you flip it over so you're not working just one side of the steel. See the little tang piece getting a little bit bigger, a little bit longer. I mean, heck, maybe I gave it some Viagra or something. It's growing. We'll see. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to put this thing hot up here again. Right back at it. Little pieces that fly off of this, stupidly hot. Don't touch. So rule of thumb, no touching. Everything in here is hot. Just think of it that way. Almost got myself, or I did get myself a while back. I grabbed the pliers. You notice, you know, they're in there too, obviously. And I grabbed this part, the no touchies. No touchies. It burnt. Everything cleared off, let it heat up again. The tang is really important to get down to size by hammer because, again, I've got a cheap little bitty grinder, so anything I can do by hand, I'll do it by hand first. I like to make this tang tapered, so it starts thick at the top, kind of gets almost down to a point. Because you're not going to see it. This is going to be a kitchen knife. In theory, you're not going to be, you know, doing no forged in fire testing with it. If you do, you're just freaking being weird because, you know, that's silly to try to use that much tang. But it does work. I've seen it. Let's see how thick we still are. We're going to mush that out just one more cycle. Nice and hot. I'm going to start here. Put him on a diet. Squish him out. I'm going to leave that like it is for right this second. Now we'll start working up here on the blade part. Right, here we go. Work my way all the way down it. I'll flip it and go again. The most difficult part about forging something is controlling your stupid hammer. You don't have to have a 1,000,000-pound hammer. This one right here, 2.5. That's before I rounded the face off on it. It does not have to be some gigantic, like 5-pounder or a full-on, you know, 3-foot long handle sledge. It's unnecessary. It don't really need it that bad. Alright, on this next heat, I'm going to start bringing that front end to give it a tip. Don't have to be anything fancy. Have to cool off the pliers. Always keep it a bucket of water to cool off your pliers or your tongs, whichever one you're using. Tongs are longer, probably safer. These are pretty hot up here. They're hot, really hot there. A little bit hot here. Decent here. Aiming face down. Smack the front of him and then lay him flat. And then back again. Just, I don't know what particular angle this is, but whatever one works for you, I guess. Don't want the end of it flipping over itself, and then you get fish lips, and then you got to fight to get your fish lips to go away. Alright, now I need to widen this thing out some. Can't really see it, but I'm tipping the blade just a little bit. Just enough to widen it out. Kind of looks like a big goofy butter knife or a stirring stick right now. But it's starting to take shape. Har, har, har. I'm going to work on this tip just a little bit more. I'm trying to figure out this chef knife shape. And, well, let me tell you. I have no clue what I'm doing. Just kind of looking up at one I got in front of me, and also at the same time being like, how the heck did that shape even show up? Looks like it's a really raggedy version, like if you bought it on Wish. It's a chef knife from Wish. But I'm no chef, I'm just a redneck, so be a good redneck knife. Yeah, I'm gonna take this banana looking thing. See if I can get it worked back around to a functioning shape. It appears that cooking kind of knives, I guess any knife could be cooked with and used for cooking, but ones that are aimed at that, they take a lot more skill set. I'm still developing my skill. At least it looks like something other than what it started with. We'll see what happens. It's starting to take a better shape. Finding that shape is proving to be a mildly annoying task. Starting to get somewhere. Still trying to taper this tang back. Don't want it to be off center from the bottom of the, or from the spine of the blade. Pretty sure it's got to be halfway straight along the line there. Looks a lot better. I can pull the rest of that out with the grinder. Alright, let's figure out the tip of this thing. Let's figure out how to make that into that. Yeah, right. Let's try it though. Alright, here we go again. Still got to widen out This base section down here, where the tang comes up, right in there needs to get wider. This tip situation is becoming a pain in the neck. Almost feel like it'd be better served with just grinding it in, but the closer I can get without that, the better. Not quite a knife fit for a chef, but as you'll see in the pictures before the video starts, it's a far cry from what it was just a little while ago. I'm going to smack in these bevels real quick. We'll see what it looks like. Remember, when you're doing bevels, tip the blade just a little bit. Keep the spine off the back. And if your steel's hot, you don't have to beat the living shit out of it. Or crap out of it, however you want to say it. Just nice and easy. At this point, I'm just trying to get it halfway thin and beveled out, so it's less work when I get to my cheap Harbor Freight grinder. And no, they don't sponsor me, or I'd have a better grinder, I would say, because I'd sell everything they give me to buy a good grinder. There's what she's looking like. This should be the last heat. I'm going to use this big, huge hammer. Got to hold this sucker with two hands. Look at that thing. Yeah, oh, it's so heavy. I'm going to use that to work the very, very tip of this blade. See if I hopefully don't mess anything up. So I need to tuck this back into the front just a little bit. Not a terrible amount, but just a little bit. Just to save me that extra couple minutes on that junk grinder. Alright, right there. I don't know if you can see it. We blocked the light a little bit with a glove. That didn't help any. Here, heck, I'll just set it down there, move the glove. Look out, glove. There's what she looks like right now. So, from a piece of angle iron to whatever you want to call that, in under an hour. There's a little bit of pausing going on this video, but not terrible. I'm going to put it in the forge. And then I'm going to turn the forge off so that thing can cool at temperature slowly, nice and easy. And that will anneal it and make it as soft as it will ever be in its life. Man, that's hot. Gotta scoot back some. Crap. And once it's softened up, then I can file in the shoulders. I can, work on the tip and the profile of it on the grinder. It'll be a lot less stress on the belts and on the files to get the shoulders in. And maybe the next video I do on forging, I'll pick up where I left off on this one, or you never know, we may fiddle with another one. But that again is the Mr. Volcano Hero Forge. Crap, it is hot. It is hot. I put a little piece of a brick in the front, a couple little red fire bricks in the back, just to, kind of box it off a little bit. Super fuel efficient. As you can see, even though it's off, it is still holding heat, and it's not really losing it at a rapid pace, which is kind of wild. But for under $100 to your door on Amazon, well worth it. And as always, stay sharp, stay spicy, don't be a douche canoe, and we'll see you next time.